Okay, so today we're going to talk about P2P, which is peer-to-peer lending. And this is where, what is it? First of all, what is it? It allows multiple investors to fund a single loan to an individual. These are going to be personal loans. Okay? These portions of a loan are called notes. What those are is a $10,000 loan to somebody will be break down into little portions, $25, $50, $75, $100 brackets usually, and add those up and cover the $10,000, right? So one person doesn't fund 10 grand, okay? It's going to be divided into notes, and the ranges I already talked about those. There's two different platforms that I know of, LendingClub and Prosper. LendingClub really do lending anymore from the message that I've done, and Prosper I do not endorse it in any way, shape, or form. I think it's very high risk. There's a lot of better things to invest your money in. How do you get paid? When the borrower pays some of its interest. No. When the borrower pays some of its loan, right? I'm just gonna delete that. Some of it will go interest, some will be principal, okay? Once that happens, it's in your account and you can either cash it out or reinvest it. If they default, you lose the value of the note. Losing your money. It's like lending somebody money, you know, you lend them 20 bucks. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get 25 when he pays me back. And they just don't pay you back. You didn't make $5. You didn't keep your $20. You lost it all, okay? Then risks, default, bankruptcies, and high fees. So the platforms have very high fees. There's no question about it. And people, once they default, it's when they're not paying for a long time and they're past due, and then they go bankrupt and you can't get anything. So if they're bankrupt, you can't hit them up and ask them for money. And if they default, you can hit them up all you want, but they're just not paying you. You can't do anything about it, okay? We don't go to jail for not paying unless it's fraud. That's different. Okay, pros. So there's some pros. You can reinvest as soon as you get paid and have a minimum of $25 on a single note, which is pretty low, okay? You can invest individually by checking the potential borrower's file, which is their credit and their history and what they need the money for. Or you can automate it based on brackets, which I'll show you, and it makes it a lot easier, okay? Cashing out. It's very illiquid. If your money's invested in a note, that means somebody borrowed the money, they have it, they spent it, it's gone, now they're going to pay you over time. You can now speed that process up. The ball is now in their hands. You can only cash out currently non-invested cash. So if you have one loan or one note and they made their first monthly payment, whatever that is, usually if it's a $25 note, it'll be like $1. You have $1. Some of it is interest, some of it is principal. And now you can, once it hits a certain bracket, to either cash out or invest it, you have to wait, okay, for it to stack up. But you can reinvest it as soon as it's the minimum. The risk level, in my opinion, is very high. There's better things you can invest in. There's safer, better things you can invest in. You can get higher returns with lesser risk. And that's why I recommend REITs, which I will make a video on its own. Now we're going to head over to the platform. I'm going to show you Prosper. So my value right now is that, and my current return is 10.47. Okay, I'm trying to get to show here. There we go. So as you can see, my loans have been rounding. Like every time a loan gets a note gets reinvested, it adds into the credit. Okay, and debits, I forget what the difference was. There we go. This is how much I've deposited, and then these are the payments I've got, so it added that up. Okay, and then here's debits. So I bought that many notes, and then I've withdrawn this much money. So as of right now, I've deposited 16. Hey, I'm finally on the right over that. I finally withdrew a little bit more than what I've already put in. So whatever's in there now, it's $591, and that's actually what's technically profit because I've withdrawn 1771 and I've invested 1696. But I've had this since 2017. So realistically, is that good? No. If I'm getting 10.47%, and that's of all time, okay, I don't like it. So I'm pulling my money out slowly. I'm going to withdraw these $28.53 when I'm done with the video and call it a day. And then I got to keep doing it till I get my rest of my money out. Okay? And here's LendingClub. Right here it says that you can no longer invest in new loans, which means you're only getting paid on whatever you have left. I already got paid. I'm down to zero balance. I had $950 invested. I got paid that much. I've only did this for a couple of years. My return was horrible, and I stopped investing. And yes, that's my number, but it's zeroed out, so it doesn't matter. Okay? So I wouldn't invest on any of these. Here's LendingClub, and I do not endorse Prosper. They have an affiliate link, and I'm not going to use it because I do not recommend anybody to use it. Okay? But if you were interested in the area and this sector of the economy, you should hopefully be willing to listen to me and not do it. It's a waste of money. I'm sure you can come up with a better strategy on how to invest, but there's better ways to invest your money outside of Prosper, okay? This is the end of the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Links in the description.